Hi, my name is Akiva Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates law firm here right in Michigan. We have a primary focus on family law issues here, so please subscribe to our channel. If you get a judgment, alimony, can it be modified after the judgment of divorce is entered? So here's the scenario. There's a judgment that divides up everything. It deals with custody, parenting time, support. It divides up all the assets, divides up all the liability, and it says you got to pay $1,000 a month alimony. Can that be modified? And the answer is yes. Yes, it can be modified, but there are circumstances that need to be met before you can modify it. So if you're filing this motion to modify it and you want to modify it because you don't want to pay it, that's not going to cut it. The court knows you don't want to pay it. The court knew you didn't want to pay it when it ordered it, so that's not the issue. You're going to have to find that there's been a substantial change in circumstances, and you're going to have to plead that substantial change in circumstances in your motion. And if the court makes that finding that, yes, things have changed since I ordered this. He was working 80 hours a week, now he's lost his job. He was working 40 hours a week, now he's been cut down to 15 hours a week, whatever. It could also be that the other person who needed the alimony now got a great job, she makes more money than you. So maybe the court in that circumstance might say, hey, you know what? Alimony would no longer be appropriate, I'm going to modify the alimony. But remember one thing, and here's the formula. You have to show that there has been a significant change in circumstances so that the court will modify its order that it just gave. Now, if you have a substantial change in circumstances years later, it is more likely that the court will modify that than a substantial change in circumstances that happens a month after the judgment. Because the court might well think a circumstance that happened a month afterward was well anticipated by the parties. In other words, your job loss, yes, it could be sudden, but more likely than not, it was in the offing when the numbers were negotiated. So it could be or could not be, every case is different, but the point is, the further you get away from the judgment of divorce, the more likely it is that circumstances could change. Life could get in the way. And in that circumstance, the court might say, all right, I'm going to modify it a little bit. So clearly one thing is obvious. Every single case is very fact specific. What may work in your case as a significant change in circumstances might not even be relevant to a different case. So it pays to talk about it. Here's my suggestion. Give us a call. Let's talk about your particular situation, and we can give you some guidance on whether or not we feel that a modification of alimony would be right for you.